Fabulous photographers. This morning I got a great question from Shelly. She wanted to know which type of Instagram account she should use as a photographer. So as a photographer, we know that Instagram is such a big platform for us because it is all about photos and about video, and that is what we do for a living. We are all about those photos, all about that video, and we need to know which type of account should we be using as photographers. Now, we know that there are two different types of accounts. There are both business and personal accounts, and we have access to both of them. So today I'm going to break down exactly what these two types of accounts are, and I'm going to tell you which one you should be using. And yes, there is, in my opinion, a definitive answer for this and very clear logic as to why you should be using this one particular type of account. So what is the difference between a business and a personal account on Instagram? A personal account is available to everyone. Everyone is currently using it, and we all actually started out on personal accounts. There was no business until recently. So in the last couple of months, they did develop a business account. And with the business account, there are two perks. The perks of a business account are going to be analytics, and they are going to be the swipe up feature on Instagram stories. Now, I know this all sounds really good, but let me break down for you exactly what these are and what the deal is with this. Now, previously, until very recently, Instagram had opened up their API for third parties, and we could actually get those analytics from a third party app. Recently, that changed. They had a thing go on with some of their internal stuff within the owners of Instagram, which we're going to get to in a minute, and they no longer allow as much access through the API in this particular way. So a lot of those places have actually closed down. You cannot get those analytics, but we are super smart human beings. We can do our own analytics. We can track our own success. We know what is working, what times are working, what type of captions and hashtags are working, so we can get our own analytics on our own, which is something I do recommend that you do. You are tracking your success and seeing what is working here on Instagram for you guys. But we do have access to that as a business. Now, the swipe up feature is something you have to have a huge number of following people for in order to get that. And what happens is inside of your Instagram stories, you are actually going to be able to say, if you have more than, I think it's 10,000 followers, you can swipe up and go to a link. Now, is this something that photographers are going to be using? Do you have 10,000 fans? Probably not if you're a local-based business, though. Photographers who do have that many fans are likely educating other photographers. So this is not something you, as a local-based business, are probably going to have access to. So which one should we be using? I'm going to tell you flat out, I recommend using a personal account. Right now, there is no difference between a business account and a personal account, and there's no mandate saying we have to use a business account. But here's what you need to know. Facebook actually owns Instagram. They own Instagram, which means they're going to be doing things in a very similar way to Facebook. And we already know as photographers that on Facebook, they do have rules between a personal account and a business account. And if you are using this in a business capacity, you have to have a page as opposed to a personal account. And we know that our organic reach is getting knocked further and further and further down because they want us to be paying for ads, which I know sounds horrible, but actually it's pretty good targeted people that you can get to and get in front of. So ads are a helpful thing, even though it's stressful on us and it is killing our organic reach. We know that Facebook owns Instagram, and the writing is on the wall, folks. It is eventually going to come to that over on Instagram, but right now there is no mandate saying we have to use a business account. So do I recommend that you are using a business account? No, I do not. I do not, because Instagram is super smart, and Instagram knows if you are already marked as a business account, even if you take yourself out of it, they already know you were a business, and they're going to start eventually bringing you down because they want you to actually go ahead and purchase those ads to get in front of people. Now, they recently have said there are 1 billion, with a B, users on Instagram. That is a huge audience to get in front of. But it also means the competition is getting more and more fierce. And as they are developing, as they are growing, they are going to be stretching out how much their reach is going to go to different people. And they're going to prefer friends and family over business. They're going to prefer that. So once you have a business account, you've been marked as a business, they are going to start eventually knocking down your organic reach and getting the personal accounts in front of people. Right now, there is no mandate there. They are not requiring us to have a business account as a business, so you do not have to have one. And my mentors, my social media strategist friends, and I, we all recommend that you are in fact using a personal account. Yes, they do have analytics over on the business account, but you are smart enough to do that yourself. You can do that without needing that. You do not need the swipe up feature. You're a tiny business. Guys, you're a local based business. You are not going to have need for the swipe up feature. You're not going to have access to it because you do not have thousands and thousands and thousands of fans. And if you do, if you are a local based business and you have thousands of fans, come talk to me. I want you on this show. But we are going to be definitely focusing on personal accounts until they force us to get a account that is a business account. So right now, you do not have to have that business account. You can use a personal account, and it is going to be really helpful to you to stick with a personal account. Yes, they have analytics. Yes, they have swipe up. Neither of those are going to be life or death to you. You're perfectly capable of doing your own analytics and testing things out. And when you learn hashtags, when you learn how to geotag, when you learn how to do all of these fun, fabulous things over on Instagram that I teach you, you are going to have such success over on Instagram. I am currently at such a high engagement rate on my Instagram that Instagram is frequently telling new people about me without me having to pay for ads. And you can do that too. And you can use Instagram to get in front of your local-based people to get new business. So it is going to be fantastic for you. I would recommend sticking with that personal account and staying far, far away from the business accounts while you can. If this changes, when they start requiring things of us, we are going to come back and I will let you know what is going on and when you need to change. But for now, stick with that personal account and avoid the business accounts like the plague because it is not going to do you any favors in the long run. If you're not on Instagram, I highly recommend you try it out. It's going to be super helpful to you. And this is definitely a place that you want to strategically be marketing. Facebook is going to be your best one as a photographer. Very, very closely, Instagram is going to follow that. So I highly recommend that you hang out with both Instagram and Facebook. And because they're owned by the same people, lots of fun and fabulous things. And if you have not checked out our broadcast on IGTV, Instagram just announced last week IGTV, a brand new spin-off platform that is going to be so incredibly helpful to you. We did a whole broadcast on it. I know you guys are going to love it. It's going to be highly advantageous for you guys as photographers to be using this to market to your clients, especially since it's brand new. People are still checking it out. If you get out ahead of the curve and you are ahead of the game, people will stick with you throughout this process and they will stick with you for the long run. So I highly recommend that you check out that video where I tell you exactly how to use IGTV as well. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Cam Robinson, social media marketing strategist here at Cam Robinson Photography and over at Reading Transforms, where I'm educating my authors as well. I hope you guys will come hang out with me, camrobinsonphotography.com, where we have webinars, trainings, live masterclasses. We've got tutorials, videos, all sorts of behind-the-scenes things that you need to know to market your photography business on social media. And I would love for you guys to hang out with me at Cam Robinson Photography on social media here. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have things you want to talk about, go ahead and DM me, and we'll be doing more live broadcasts just like this in the future. And check me out this Friday. I am going to be on a live broadcast for World Social Media Day representing the United States of America. We're going to be talking all about social media, chatbots, and everything that has to do with getting you marketing your business through social media. I'm so excited to have been invited to this live broadcast. You can watch it over on BeLive's platform, so it's BeLive.tv on Facebook. They're actually giving away memberships to their platform to 3 different people. This is what I used to do my live broadcast, so all this cool stuff that I'm doing right now, you will have access to this as well. And you know, live broadcasting as a photographer is so essential to your survival and to be able to thrive as a photographer in the business and in your local community. So make sure you check it out. Come visit me on Friday as I am talking live to industry leaders all about social media marketing strategy, and you have a chance to win some of those amazing memberships to this platform. Thanks so much for joining me. Once again, I'm Cam Robinson, social media marketing strategist, and I would love to hang out with you, camrobinsonphotography.com. Until I see you next time, stay inspired. Bye-bye.